Brookwood Forest. I'm Melanie Johnston. I'm an instructional coach here, and today I want to read you a book called Dog Breath. Now, to help me read, I have my two dogs. This is Misty. Oh, and the growling one here is Cy. And we're outside today because in our virtual spirit week, we've talked about being outside and doing stuff with your pets. So today I'm going to read Dog Breath by Dave Pilkey. And it says, The Horrible Trouble with Halitosis.
Ooh, look at this. I wonder what's coming out of his mouth. The horrible trouble. Thank you, Scholastic, for letting us read this book. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Hallie Tosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. Hallie Tosis had horrible breath. Whenever Hallie Tosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. When the children took Hallie Tosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided Hallie Tosis. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea, and Hallie jumped up to say hello. There's that coming from her mouth, her breath. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. Oh, look at Grandma. The problem's getting to be a big uh-oh. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. Free dog to a good home? The kids look sad. Are they going to try to solve this problem? The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Hallie Tosis to the top of a mountain that had a breathtaking view. He's going to take that breath. Oh, I'm noticing this wanted poster. What does that have to do with anything? Let's look. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away, but it didn't. Breath of a salesman. Next, the children took Hallie Tosis to a very exciting movie. It'll leave you breathless. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. But it didn't. Oh my goodness. Finally, the children took Hallie Tosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on the speedy roller coaster. Oh, look. But that idea stunk too. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now only a miracle could save Hallie Tosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. Oh my goodness. Does that have something to do with that ad we saw on the tree? Let's look. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Tosis house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came upon Hallie Tosis. Yikes! Whispered one burglar. It's a big, mean, scary dog. Don't be silly, whispered the other burglar. That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy. The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. That dog couldn't hurt a fly, whispered one burglar. Come here, Poochie Poochie, whispered the other. So Hallie Tosis came over and gave the burglars a nice big kiss. The next morning, the Tosis family woke to find two burglars passed out cold on their living room floor. It was a miracle. The Tosis family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Hallie Tosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. Oh, look, so that wanted ad, she got him. She's a hero now. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. This home protected by dog breath. This made me think, what did we learn from Hallie's story? Well, I read an interview with the author Dave Pilkey, and he said, he's written Dog Man and Captain Underpants. He said that most of the time in his books, the theme is usually around the characters who don't fit in, who are misfits, and how their supposed flaws and challenges can sometimes be advantageous, which just means useful. So the thing that they were going to give Hallie away was the very thing that made her so useful. So kids, right now, everything not being at school and being around our friends, this doesn't seem like a good thing, but maybe, just maybe, we're going to find out new ways to learn, and we get to really spend some time with our families. So thank you so much for joining me on this read aloud. Stay safe, because life without halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. Look at the clothespin. Sometimes life can be smelly, but it's still great.